Greetings YouTube. Welcome to the first review I've ever done of a Tanagram blade. Now, first we're going to talk about this packaging. Look at this packaging. There's gold printing here, model number in the back, got some gold printing there. What does the gold printing say? Sorry, what does the gold printing say? It says Gold Award 2018, so apparently they got some kind of gold award. There's a cutout here that shows you the label, and you slide off this sleeve. And this is the most ridiculously beautiful packaging and completely recyclable that I've ever seen. Just reduce, recycle. To protect the environment starts from me. Yeah, this is just fabulous. So you undo the string, and the whole thing unfolds, and it comes with a little lanyard here. It says Tanagram. It comes with a polishing cloth, and then it comes with this, which is a thank you note. So, and then it shows you what a Tanagram is, the shapes that it can be manipulated to create many different designs. So yes, absolutely, I'll keep the cloth and the lanyard, the thank you note, and the packaging will be recycled. So here is the knife in question. This is the Santa Fe. And this is my first Tanagram knife, and I've got to say that for the packaging alone, it's going to get a positive review, but the knife itself is wonderful. So this is a tip-up two-position pocket clip, which is awesome. So applicable for people who are right and left-handed. Has dual thumb studs. So again, applicable for people who are right or left-handed. It is a liner lock set up for a right-handed person, though I'm sure a left-handed person who has been compensating for that kind of thing for their entire life will have no difficulty. We have these kind of desert brown or desert tan G10 scales, which are just flat with a little bit of chamfering here and along the edge. Very simple. And a lanyard hole, which you could get a full piece of paracord through if you so chose. The offset pins are machined, which is a nice touch. You don't get that in all knives. And this has a thumb stud, or you can flick it. So we're going to open it up manually, and then you see the beautiful modified Wharncliffe edge, and I'll show you how to do that with flicks really nicely. First time out, it flicked really smooth, just buttery soft. We have this is a flat grind, a secondary bevel. It has this very pronounced, kind of very sharp point here. The blade is on the thin side, and it came out of the box scary sharp. This is just beautiful. The knife is very light. It is not wide. It is not thick. It rides in the pocket so nicely. It just disappears. A lot of the time when I'm carrying a knife, and I'd like to carry knives that are in the 3.3 to 3.7 blade length range. And sometimes, depending on which knife you're carrying, you'll feel it. You'll feel the weight in my pocket when I'm taking every step. I can tell it's there. But with this thing, just absolutely disappears. You never noticed it was there, which is really quite pleasant. I think it's a little wide to be considered a gentleman's knife. But as far as the overall delicate design, this comes to a very sharp point. This is a light-duty knife. It's got no guard here, got no choil. So this is not something you're going to be doing a lot of heavy work with, in my opinion. But as far as your daily tasks in a semi-office environment of, opening packages, cutting tape, strings, food prep for your lunch, just general, everyday, simple, low energy tasks like that, this thing is absolutely perfect. The scales on this side right here, the down-facing side, I think you can see it. Yeah, they're machined. On the side that has the actual liner lock, they are not. So that does help reduce the overall weight as well. I did not move the clip, so I don't know how easy that is, but it looks pretty simple. Speaking of the clip, this is a deep carry. I mean, it goes, you can barely see this thing in your pocket. Other than the clip itself, it's almost completely invisible. And yet it still comes out of the pocket really nicely, whether have my bare hands or I'm wearing gloves at work, which I wear gloves at work all day long. And one of my criteria for a knife that works well is, can I get it out of my pocket, deploy it, and close it with my gloves on without causing myself a hassle. And on this, Tanagram Santa Fe meets all of those criteria. But that is just such a lovely shape. It really is. Now, I'm a big Wharncliffe fan, and while I prefer a perfectly straight Wharncliffe, I also appreciate the modified Wharncliffe, and I realize that some people like a little bit of belly in their blade. I understand that. People that like pure Wharncliffes are in the minority. I'm aware of this. But overall, this is just such a nice, I mean, look at that swedge on the back of the blade, just ever so slight, just ever so slight. Just so pretty. Ah, I love this damn thing. It really is nice. It's so light duty, I'm almost afraid to use it at work. Funny thing, most of what I'm doing at work, when it comes to using this, the most common task, I should say, when I'm using a knife like this, is opening bundles of boxes and fabric. I cut a lot of plastic cables, plastic straps with these things, besides a box opening and general knife duties. And this is so thin and this so sharp that when I was trying to slide it under the plastic strap so I could then cut it to undo a bundle of boxes or fabric, we use a fabric. It's kind of like almost Tyvek like, comes in sheets. If this was so sharp, it just slid into the object. We just cut into the fabric, which is fine. That doesn't affect how it works. Cuts into the fabric or stabs the box. So I'm like, oh, that's inconvenient. So I had to go to the end where there's a little bit of gap and then cut out. But yeah, it is just so incredibly sharp. Just beautiful. I love this thing. But yeah, I'm very impressed by this Tanagram knife, and I am definitely going to be purchasing more Tanagram knives in the future. And this is flat out the most attractive and recyclable packaging I have ever seen. They did a great job with this. They gave a lot of thought to this packaging. They give more thought to this packaging, frankly, than I've seen some people give thought to the knives they're selling. So yeah, pretty awesome. So I hope that you have enjoyed whatever Tanagram knives you have out there, and let's share some stories. Tell me, are other knife patterns from this company just as good?